Not only is he nice to look at, but he really made you love his character. So this week I went and saw The Place Beyond the Pines, and this is a film that I have been waiting to see for a long time. The film was written and directed by Cianfrance, who also did Blue Valentine, with Ryan Gosling, who also stars in this film. Along with Ryan is Bradley Cooper, Eva Mendez, and Ray Liota, doing what Ray Liota does best, which is to be a jerk and a creep with his creepy laugh. Ray was as plasticky as ever. He's hardly in the film, and yet he's all I can remember from it. One of the things that I really loved about this film was that as I was watching it, I felt like, oh, I know what's going to happen. Okay, this is going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. And I was wrong every time. It's totally unpredictable. I feel like too often now, you watch a film and you can see where the character arc is going. But with this film, it didn't. It really took me by surprise. I luckily had not read any spoilers, which I was glad for because I really enjoyed that feeling. I think one of the unsung heroes for this film was definitely the cinematographer, Sean Bobbitt. There are these beautiful sloping scenes where you're following Ryan Gosling's character on his motorcycle and other characters on their motorcycle or in the car, and it takes place in a small town in New York. I'm from a small town in New England, so it felt very much like home. The structures, architecture, the landscape, and the music. The musical director, perfect. Probably the best use of Dancing in the Dark that I have ever seen. Mike Patton did the music for this film, and I think that's actually part of why it was so unpredictable. There's some really intense, suspenseful parts, and the music really makes you feel that way, so you think, oh my gosh, this is going to happen, and then it doesn't. The music doesn't let you down for that reason. It's more entertaining. Bradley Cooper's character, Avery, his character clearly is a big part, but he's not as intense. He doesn't make the screen light up in the same way. And so honestly, it's a little bit hard to give a rave review for Bradley Cooper. He did do amazing, especially probably because his character is supposed to be a little bit downplayed. He has a lot of drama going on. He has a lot of things happening with his work. He has a lot of intensely painful scenes, emotionally painful scenes that he has to go through that were really great. However, he really is quiet in this film, and that's exactly what he's meant to be. But for that reason, he doesn't catch the screen on fire. So what was my favorite part? What was my least favorite part? Well, I have to say my favorite part was anytime Ryan Gosling was on film. He was amazing. Not only is he nice to look at, but he really made you love his character. My least favorite part was almost the whole third half of the film with the sons. Honestly, you're supposed to be really invested in these kids and what it's supposed to mean for them to come together, and I didn't really care. The drama of having these kids grow up and meet again just did not come together for me. It really didn't. The director had mentioned that for him this is definitely a film of the kids having to deal with the sins of the father without even necessarily knowing what they are. But somehow towards the end of the film, it just didn't really do it for me. What saves it is the beautiful cinematography. The music and the cinematography made me feel what the two kid actors couldn't. So should you go out and spend the $10 to $14 to see this film? Yes, you should. You should go out and see for yourself, because Ryan Gosling's performance is amazing. Bradley Cooper's performance, while it's downplayed, is exactly what it's supposed to be. And the story about what happens to these people, it really is different and it's refreshing. And while I didn't care for the kids section of the film, it sort of wraps it up. I'm sorry that this isn't cut and dry, but that's exactly what this film is about. Things are not cut and dry. So I hope you get out to the theater. Leave some comments below if you've seen it, or if you've seen Blue Valentine, what your favorite parts about this film were, what your favorite things about Derek Cianfrance are, and I will catch you next week with a different film. Did I say third half earlier? That doesn't make any sense.